We're currently standing on 26 million cubic meters of rubble from World War II. This is Tony, and today we're at Teufelsberg, or in English,
Devil's Mountain.
Teufelsberg is one of more than 20 man-made mountains in Berlin. But before this mountain existed, the Nazis built a structure on this location. On the 27th of November 1937, the Nazis laid the foundation stone for the construction of the Faculty of Defense Technology building. It was to be just a part of a massive educational facility. This was all part of Hitler's grand vision to transform Berlin into Welthauptstadt Germania, or World Capital City Germania. Looking to Rome for inspiration, Hitler's vision of the 1,000-year Reich included buildings that would last that long. Amongst the planned buildings was a dome reaching nearly 300 meters or 1,000 feet tall. It was to be so massive and hold so many people inside that it could have created its own climate, possibly even rain, which I guess would have been sweat rain. Ugh. In 1940, as the war was heating up, the Nazis stopped construction of the faculty building. Spoiler alert, it would never see completion or use. During World War II, the Allies dropped 68,000 tons of bombs on the city of Berlin, or for better visualization, 15,000 large elephants. At the end of the war, Berlin was in ruin. The ruins were piled up and made into massive hills in and around Berlin. After failed attempts by the Allies to blow up the former Faculty of Defense building, they decided it would be easier just to cover it up with debris. So it began with Teufelsberg, and for the next 22 years there would be 600 trucks taking 6,800 cubic meters of material every day to the location. In the end, there would be 26 million cubic meters of debris piled up at this location. This roughly corresponds to a third of all the rubble of bombed-out Berlin. By 1972, the rubble mountain was capped off with some sand and topsoil, and about 1 million trees were planted to make it look more like a natural hill and less like Berlin's junk drawer. The Senate also had winter sports facilities such as a ski slope, a toboggan run, and a ski jump built. In 1986, there was even a World Cup ski race that took place on Teufelsberg. But filming the event proved tricky. The Americans, who had set up shop on the hill, weren't too keen on anyone filming their mysterious structure. As Cold War tensions simmered between the US and the Soviet Union, the Americans realized that Teufelsberg, being one of the highest points in Berlin, was the perfect spot to eavesdrop on the Soviet military communications. In 1963, the United States National Security Agency built one of their largest listening stations here. This listening station would remain operational until the fall of the Berlin Wall and reunification. Just for a minute, imagine the kind of rumors that would circulate about a spy center overlooking your city.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay!
Also, were the Americans just trolling the Germans and the Russians with this design? I don't know. After the facility was decommissioned, there were different investors with different ideas about what should happen with the spy center. In the end, it became a place for street art. Now, there are amazing works of graffiti art that one can see around the former spy building. Well, that about does it for this trip. Make sure to like and subscribe, and, like always, some epic shots to close out the video. Tschüss!